Welcome back to 20 Car. Imagine a beast born of iron and dreams, where the scent of hot sand mingles with the roar of an unapologetic engine. This is the 2025 HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept. From the moment you set eyes on this reimagined legend, you sense that something extraordinary has arrived. It's not merely a truck, it's a manifesto on wheels, a bridge between militaristic might and modern extravagance. The 2025 HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept doesn't ask for your attention, it commands it, drawing you into a narrative of uncharted trails and untamed horizons. Car appearance. Beneath the glare of showroom lights, the 2025 HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept stands like a titan sculpted from ebony granite. Its bodywork fuses classic H1 proportions, boxy, imposing, and unwavering, with fluid, almost organic lines that belie its sheer heft. The front fascia is dominated by a reimagined grille. 7 bold chrome slats taper inward like the bars of a fortress gate, each housing embedded LED lamp clusters that glow with an almost sentient intensity. The bumper, forged from military-grade aluminum composite, bulges outward in 3 distinct tiers, evoking the layered armor of a tank. The hood is a work of art and function in harmony. Deep bonnet vents cut through its center, not only channeling heat from the twin-turbo V8 below but also slicing through the air with surgical precision. A subtle cockpit bulge hints at the power lurking underneath, while brushed steel hood latches, borrowed directly from H1 heritage, offer a nod to the vehicle's rugged lineage. From the side profile, the unofficial concept's extended wheel arches house massive 40-inch diameter wheels wrapped in self-sealing, run-flat all-terrain tires. These monstrous rims are finished in matte gunmetal, their 14-spoke design radiating outward like a medieval mace. Integrated rock rails run along the lower sills, capable of deflecting debris on the harshest trails, and they double as side steps with illuminated tread plates for after-dark excursions. At the rear, the tailgate is a masterpiece of engineering. It splits into an upper swing outdoor and a lower fold-down ramp, allowing the H1 to swallow ATVs, dirt bikes, or even a compact electric buggy with minimalist effort. The quad exhaust tips, nested into an aggressive diffuser assembly, emit an audacious growl that rattles your chest. Above, a full-width LED light bar sits flush with the roof's trailing edge, ready to bathe any nighttime adventure in daylight bright clarity. Every surface carries a story. The exposed hex head bolts along the body panels tell of hand-assembled craftsmanship, the carbon fiber reinforced pillars gleam with a translucent finish. And the custom H1X badging on the doors hints at the clandestine engineers who dared to dream this concept into existence. Even the paint, an iridescent slate called Phantom Mirage, shifts from deep charcoal to steely violet depending on the viewing angle, ensuring that no two sidings are ever identical. Interior specifications. Slide open the gull-wing style doors and ascend a set of illuminated magnesium alloy steps into a cabin that marries battlefield resilience with first-class luxury. The moment your hands touch the steering yoke, wrapped in perforated Alcantara with contrast stitching, you feel the tactile promise of control. Ahead lies a fully digital 14.5-inch curved OLED instrument cluster that morphs seamlessly between minimalist speedometer mode and an off-road telemetry display complete with real-time pitch, roll, and your readings. Centering the dash is the flagship 18-inch infotainment display, angled slightly toward the driver for ergonomic perfection. Its interface is sculpted from brushed titanium and anodized bronze accents, with haptic feedback controls that deliver a crisp, reassuring click. Beneath, a bank of billet metal toggles and rotary switches, each engraved with mil-spec symbols, controls the 4-zone climate system, adjustable ambient lighting, and differential locks. Even the glove box latch feels like an artifact of precision engineering, releasing silently with a firm press. Seating is a study in contradiction. The seats envelop you like custom-molded race buckets yet cradle you with memory foam inserts lined in hand-stitched leather. Carbon fiber shell backs keep weight in check, and integrated heating, cooling, and massage functions ensure comfort on both desert runs and cross-country road trips. The second row offers near limousine-level legroom, with fold-flat seats that reveal a hidden storage compartment lined in noise-dampening Alcantara. Above, a panoramic electrochromic glass roof stretches from windshield to tailgate, allowing you to shift between tinted privacy and transparent vista with a button press. The overhead console houses a 360-degree suite of cameras and LiDAR sensors discreetly embedded behind smoked glass, enabling advanced off-road assist features like obstacle brake and rock crawling mode. Audio duties fall to a bespoke 22-speaker Meridian surround system, featuring dual trunk-mounted subwoofers and beamforming tweeters in the headliner to create a concert hall experience. The cabin is further insulated by active noise cancellation and double-layer acoustic glass, ensuring that nothing intrudes upon your auditory sanctuary, unless you choose to hear the engine's guttural symphony. Finally, storage is not an afterthought. The center console is a vault unto itself, climate-controlled and lined with premium microfiber. While door pockets and underseat drawers accommodate everything from tactical gear to picnic essentials, every latch, button, and seam reflects a devotion to detail that transforms functionality into art. Competitors. In a landscape crowded with luxury off-roaders and adventure SUVs, the 2025 HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept stakes its claim in a class of one, yet its fiercest rivals provide valuable context. Mercedes-Benz G544 Squared. With portal axles and impressive ground clearance, the G544 Squared is an engineering marvel, yet its retro styling and limited production numbers restrict its appeal. In contrast, the H1 Unofficial Concept offers more interior space, cutting-edge technology, and a broader aftermarket ecosystem for personalization. Land Rover Defender V8 Bond Edition. The Defender's heritage runs deep, and the V8 Bond Edition adds supercharged performance to its toolbox. However, its air suspension and curvy bodywork limit true rock crawling capability. The H1 Unofficial Concept pairs brute force with advanced chassis articulation and solid axles, providing unmatched off-road prowess. Rivian R1T Launch Edition. As an electric rival, the R1T showcases rapid acceleration and instant torque. Yet its battery range and charging infrastructure still lag behind the reliability of a traditional ICE platform in remote regions. The H1 Unofficial Concept's twin-turbo V8 offers instantaneous top-up via portable fuel cans, ensuring you're never left stranded. Toyota Land Cruiser Heritage Edition. Renowned for bulletproof durability, the Land Cruiser is the go-to for explorers. But its conservative styling and lack of modern infotainment can feel dated. The H1 Unofficial Concept blends unyielding toughness with a futuristic cockpit, delivering both nostalgia and novelty. While each competitor brings strengths to the table, none marry the HUMMER H1's legacy-inspired design, unfiltered performance, and boundary-pushing innovation. The Unofficial Concept doesn't simply join this arena, it redraws the battleground. Price. Positioning such a bespoke creation demands a nuanced pricing strategy. The base MSRP for the 2025 HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept is estimated at $225,000, reflecting its high-strength materials, proprietary components, and limited production run. Optional packages include Overland Expedition Pack, adds a modular rooftop tent system, underbody skid plates, and a 120-liter supplemental fuel tank. Performance Dynamics Pack, upgrades suspension dampers, turbochargers, and installs carbon ceramic brakes. Night Ops Stealth Pack, incorporates IR-compatible lighting, blackout grille, and darkened window treatments. Luxury Salon Pack, introduces quilted napa leather, gold-plated trim accents, and bespoke wood inlays. A fully loaded Urban Commander spec, combining all optional packages and custom paint, surpasses $280,000, rivaling the priciest SUVs on the market. Yet when weighed against the HUMMER H1's unique heritage, artisanal craftsmanship, and true go-anywhere capability, many will consider it a premium well spent. Ownership costs. Long-term stewardship of the HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept is an investment in both passion and practicality. Below is a breakdown of projected 5-year ownership costs. Expense category: annual estimate 5-year total. Fuel $4,200, $21,000. Maintenance and service $2,500, $12,500. Tire replacement $1,600, $8,000. Insurance $3,800, $19,000. Depreciation $30,000, $150,000. Registration and taxes $800, $4,000. Upkeep $600, $3,000. Total $43,500, $217,500. Fuel, averaging 12 miles per gallon combined in real-world usage, the twin-turbo V8 demands premium fuel, costing roughly $4,200 per annum for 12,000 miles. Maintenance and service includes routine oil changes, filter replacements, and software updates to the HMI system. Tires, due to the unique 40-inch wheel setup, replacement costs run $800 per tire. Insurance, given its limited run status and high rebuild expense, insurers classify it as a specialty vehicle. Depreciation, while limited production aids collectible value, the initial depreciation curve mirrors other high-end SUVs, approximately 20% in year 1, tapering to 50% by year 5. Registration and taxes varies by state, calculated here based on a 6% average sales tax rate. Upkeep, premium detailing to maintain the Phantom Mirage finish and interior Alcantara is advisable twice yearly. In conclusion, the 2025 HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept is more than just a concept vehicle. It's an ode to adventurous spirit, a statement of power, and a testament to what happens when automotive tradition collides with avant-garde innovation. Its commanding presence, cutting-edge cockpit, unchallenged off-road capabilities, and singular personality make it a beacon for enthusiasts seeking the ultimate expression of exploration. Owning one is not simply about transportation, it's about joining a clandestine club of trailblazers, technophiles, and design worshippers. For those who dare to tame the untamable, this is the vehicle that turns every journey into legend. Driving experience. From the moment you grip the thick, Alcantara-wrapped steering yoke of the 2025 HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept, you sense you're not just entering a vehicle, you're boarding an expedition vessel. The engine's throaty burble greets you like an old friend, yet with hints of untamed ferocity you've never encountered before. Slide your foot onto the bespoke ironclad dead pedal, and feel the vehicle's steel frame resonate softly through the floor pan, an almost imperceptible hum that whispers, "We are ready." Engaging the starter sequence is a ritual unto itself. A series of mil-spec toggles clicks into alignment, each one awakening a different subsystem. The AI-driven terrain intelligence, the dynamic aural soundscape, the electromagnetic adaptive suspension, and the underbody heating circuits for snow and sand. When the final switch is thrown, the twin-turbo V8 rumbles to life, its pistons firing in a symphony of mechanical precision. It's an orchestral performance engineered in Silicon Valley's secret labs and honed on Mojave test tracks. On-road confidence. As you merge onto the highway, the HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept's weight, 5,600 pounds of fortified alloy and composite, seems to vanish. A whisper-quiet electromechanical active stabilizer system counters every lean and roll, flattening curves with the serenity of a luxury sedan yet without sacrificing the tactile feedback that reminds you of the H1's battle-hardened ancestry. Steering is delivered through carbon fiber columns and a closed-loop electric assist, offering an almost telepathic connection to the front wheels. Every micro-adjustment feels immediate, precise, and reassuring. Acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour unfolds in a breath-stealing 4.3 seconds, a feat once considered ludicrous for a vehicle of this mass. Thanks to an overboost function and a split-charge manifold that momentarily increases turbo pressure, the H1 surges forward with the force of a released spring. Yet despite this explosive departure, cruise control is equally disciplined, maintaining high speeds with the stability of an aircraft autopilot. Combined with adaptive cruise that reads the road ahead via LiDAR and adjusts throttle and braking in real time, long-distance cruising is as stress-free as it is thrilling. Off-road mastery. Switching to Trek mode via the haptic dashboard slide bar transforms the H1's personality from precision roadster to apex trail conqueror. Portal axles, with wheel hubs lower than the axle's centerline, grant an insane 18 inches of ground clearance, while the body's belly is protected by titanium alloy skid plates rated to withstand 10,000 psi impacts. The electromagnetic adaptive suspension stiffens selectively at each corner, creating a fluid walking motion that eases rock crawling over boulders the size of beach balls. What sets this beast apart is its terrain intelligence suite, informed by over 50 hours of machine learning data. As you approach a rough patch, the system predicts surface irregularities, inflates or deflates the run-flat tires by up to 10 psi within 0.2 seconds, and adjusts stamping characteristics to cushion the ride. You can literally feel the road reshape itself beneath you, as if the vehicle is rewriting the laws of physics in real time. Descending steep grades activates Hill Descent Assist Pro, which not only modulates brake pressure individually at each wheel but also uses regenerative braking to recharge the onboard 9 kWh auxiliary battery. That stored energy powers the integrated winch, floodlights, and the rooftop infrared scanning drone, an optional accessory that launches silently to map out obstacles beyond line of sight. Comfort and connectivity. Inside, the cabin is a sanctuary of technological warmth. Ventilated seats with 8-way power adjustment cradle you like a racing harness, yet offer memory foam inserts that adapt to your body shape over time. The ambient lighting system, co-designed with a NASA astro engineer, projects soft bands of color that correspond to driving mode. Cool blues for eco, sunrise orange for cruise, and amber red for Trek. At night, the electrochromic glass panels transition from transparent to opaque in under 0.5 seconds, granting privacy without sacrificing the sensation of openness. The center console houses a 22-inch curved holographic display that literally floats above the titanium controls. You can swipe through satellite navigation, real-time weather overlays, and an AI co-pilot that converses conversationally, reminding you about upcoming obstacles, suggesting optimal tire pressures, or even recommending nearby waystations with specialty fuel blends. The audio system adapts its equalization based on driving speed and environmental noise, so whether you're barreling down the highway or crawling through a desert arroyo, every note sounds as intended by the artist. Emotional resonance. Perhaps the most unexpected aspect of driving the H1 Unofficial Concept is its uncanny ability to forge an emotional bond. The haptic feedback in the seat cushions pulses gently during moments of driver hesitation, almost like a heartbeat, nudging you to trust the machine. When you push the throttle deeper, subtle vibrations in the steering wheel grow in intensity, rewarding you for daring inputs. It's as though the vehicle is alive, an adventure companion that communicates without words, guiding and supporting you on paths both literal and metaphorical. By the time you return to civilization, taming curves, conquering washes, and soaring past mile markers, you realize that driving this concept is not just transportation, it is transformation. It redefines what a utility vehicle can be, an intelligent, adaptive entity that elevates the journey from point A to point B into an odyssey of discovery. Pros and cons. Pros: unrivaled off-road capability. Thanks to portal axles, predictive terrain mapping, and 18 inches of ground clearance, the H1 Unofficial Concept can conquer obstacles that would leave other SUVs in the dust. Its terrain intelligence suite preemptively adjusts suspension and tire pressure, turning the harshest trails into a silk-smooth path. Electrified assisted drivetrain. The integration of a 9 kWh auxiliary battery enables regenerative braking, powers onboard accessories, and allows limited silent electric driving in stealth mode. This hybrid approach marries the visceral thrill of a V8 with the eco-conscious benefits of electrification. Adaptive cabin comfort. From NASA-engineered ambient lighting to memory foam seating and electrochromic glass, every aspect of the interior is designed for personalization and comfort. The floating holographic display keeps all vital controls within ergonomic reach. AI-driven safety and assistance. LiDAR-based obstacle detection, hill descent with regenerative braking, lane keep assist adapted for off-road tracks, and an interactive AI co-pilot collectively raise the bar for both on-road and off-road safety. Customizable adventure packages. Owners can choose from overland expedition, performance dynamics, night ops stealth, and luxury salon packs, each tailored to distinct lifestyles, from weekend warriors to high-end luxury seekers. Emotional engagement. Unique haptic feedback systems in seats and steering offer an emotional connection, encouraging driver confidence and forging a bond rarely seen in modern vehicles. Cons. High initial investment. With a base MSRP of $225,000 and fully loaded configurations exceeding $280,000, the H1 Unofficial Concept is a premium product out of reach for average consumers. Ownership demands both passion and deep pockets. Fuel economy. Averaging just 12 miles per gallon, the twin-turbo V8 requires frequent premium fuel fill-ups, while regenerative braking partially offsets this through limited electric driving. Long-distance trips can still be costly. Size and maneuverability. Measuring over 8 feet wide and nearly 7 feet tall, urban parking and narrow backroads pose challenges. Tight city streets may require advanced driver assistance or a spotter. Specialized maintenance. The bespoke components, portal axles, carbon fiber body panels, and military-grade electronics, necessitate service at certified centers only. Maintenance costs average $2,500 annually, and parts can take weeks to source. Weight considerations. At 5,600 pounds, the H1's heft impacts agility, while compensated by advanced stabilizers. The vehicle's mass remains a factor in sudden maneuvers and trailer towing capacities. Limited production run. Exclusivity comes at a price. Low-volume manufacturing may result in delays, inevitable backorders, and long waitlists. Early adopters must be patient. In summary, the 2025 HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept is a testament to what happens when heritage meets cutting-edge innovation. Its fusion of brute force capability, intelligent electrification, and emotionally resonant design creates an automotive experience unlike any other. While ownership demands significant investment and a willingness to embrace size and complexity, the rewards are unparalleled. Daily commutes become grand escapades, and remote trails transform into playgrounds of possibility. For those who seek more than mere transportation, those who crave an interactive, living machine that responds to every whim, the H1 Unofficial Concept stands alone as the ultimate tribute to adventurous spirit and technological audacity. Technical specifications. The 2025 HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept represents a marriage of legendary H1 robustness with cutting-edge engineering marvels never before seen in civilian off-road vehicles. Beneath its imposing hood sits a bespoke twin-turbocharged 6.6-liter V8 power plant, meticulously re-engineered by a clandestine team of ex-defense contractors and Silicon Valley performance specialists. This bespoke engine delivers a ground-poundingly smooth 900 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and an earth-shaking 1,100 Newton-meters of torque as early as 1,500 RPM, numbers that dwarf those of any production SUV to date. Marrying brute force with precision, the H1's engine couples to a revolutionary 10-speed dual-clutch transmission featuring adaptive clutch packs that modulate engagement pressure in real time. This system, codenamed Phalanx Shift, uses AI-driven algorithms to predict driver intent, anticipating shifts up to 0.02 seconds before you realize you need the next cog. The transmission software seamlessly blends gear changes under heavy load, ensuring both glare-free launch control and whisper-quiet highway cruising. Chassis innovation continues with a carbon titanium monocoque frame infused with graphene-enhanced epoxy for an exceptional strength-to-weight ratio. Although heavy-duty suspension bits often add mass, the H1 Unofficial Concept's advanced adaptive electromagnetic coilovers trim unsprung weight by 15% compared to equivalent hydropneumatic systems. Each of the four corners features electronically controlled active dampers that adjust spring rate and rebound in micro increments, over 10,000 adjustments per second, to sculpt the ride spectrum from bullet train stability to soft-footed rock crawling. Power distribution is handled by a tri-axle torque vectoring system. A central mechanical limited slip differential splits torque front to rear in a 40-60 baseline ratio, but under wheel slip conditions, preemptive algorithms send up to 85% of torque to the grippiest axle and up to 100% to any individual wheel. This is achieved via an electro-hydraulic multi-plate clutch pack, enabling near-instantaneous torque rerouting in under 15 milliseconds. Fuel delivery in the H1 Unofficial Concept defies convention. A two-stage direct injection system uses piezoelectric injectors for primary fueling and a microport secondary injector bank for high-load enrichment. This dual-rail setup optimizes stoichiometry, reducing thermal stress on the combustion chamber walls and allowing lean burn cruise modes for extended range. Combined with a 160-liter carbon fiber fuel cell, the vehicle boasts a real-world touring radius of over 900 kilometers, even when traversing the most punishing backcountry trails. Supplementing the V8 is a 12 kWh lithium titanate battery pack housed beneath the load floor, powering an 80 kW electric motor integrated into the rear differential. This mild hybrid unit provides instantaneous torque fill during low RPM acceleration, supports a quiet stealth mode under 20 km height for wildlife-sensitive environments, and recharges via regenerative braking up to 120 kW peak return. Regeneration control is managed by a bespoke thermal management system that maintains optimal battery temperature between 20 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius, even under extremes of desert heat or Arctic chill. Thermal control extends throughout the vehicle. Radiator cores are split into high-flow and low-flow loops, each engaged based on engine and ambient conditions. The high-flow loop is a 3-row aluminum unit with embedded microfins, while the low-flow loop bypasses to a compact exotic alloy plate and fin heat exchanger, both working in tandem to maintain the engine within a 2 degrees Celsius window of peak thermal efficiency. These same loops also chill hydraulic fluids for the transmission and differentials, ensuring consistent performance under marathon driving scenarios. A robust suite of electronics underpins the H1 Unofficial Concept's unprecedented capabilities. The central processing unit, a custom 18-core automotive-grade chip, coordinates powertrain, chassis, and safety subsystems via Hyper Ethernet backbone running at 1 gigabit per second. Sensor fusion integrates data from 14 ultrasonic sensors, 12 high-resolution cameras, 5 LiDAR units, and 8 radar modules. enabling Level 3 autonomous off-road piloting and Level 4 highway driving. Over-the-air updates guarantee the platform evolves, receiving new terrain profiles and feature upgrades long after delivery. Performance, acceleration and straight-line authority. Despite tipping the scales at a formidable 3,100 kilograms. The 2025 HUMMER H1 Unofficial Concept smashes conventional weight concerns with a 0 to 100 km height sprint clocked in an astonishing 4.1 seconds. This performance, previously the domain of hypercars, owes itself to the explosive torque curve of the twin-turbo V8 and the instantaneous boost provided by the rear electric motor. Launch control routines use brake force modulation and torque vectoring to keep all four colossal 40-inch wheels spinning optimally, converting raw power into forward momentum without wheel hop or tire chirp unless deliberately provoked. Top speed is electronically limited to 250 km height, a figure chosen to balance aerodynamic stability, tire integrity, and drivetrain longevity. The H1's boxy silhouette might not conjure images of high-speed aerodynamics, yet extensive computational fluid dynamics sculpting and an active front splitter generate 150 kg of downforce at 200 km height. Underbody vortex generators dam airflow beneath the chassis, reducing lift, and at speeds above 180 km height, an active rear diffuser deploys flaps to further anchor the vehicle. Everyday road dynamics. On tarmac, the H1 Unofficial Concept masks its mass with near sedan-like composure. The electromagnetic coilover softened to absorb mid-corner bumps, while the active stabilizer bars stiffen to control body roll to under 2.5 degrees in high-speed cornering, far tighter than most mainstream performance SUVs. Steering feedback is calibrated to provide linear weight progression, delivering confident turns in without the vagueness typical of large off-roaders. Brake feel is proprietary too. Carbon ceramic discs, 420mm up front and 380mm at the rear, see an evolution through asymmetric vane design for reduced dust and heat soak. Piston actuators use a progressive bore diameter, granting the initial pedal travel featherlight modulation before firming up for panic stops. Even at repeated deceleration from 200 km height to a dead stop, the H1 retains consistent pedal firmness and fade resistance. Extreme off-road mastery. The H1 Unofficial Concept's raison d'etre is to transcend conventional off-roading limits, engage expedition mode, and tire inflation drops by up to 25% to expand the contact patch. Portal axles raise ground clearance to an extraordinary 480mm in this state. The H1 navigates steep river fords, steep ledge climbs, and jagged rock gardens with the grace of an all-terrain insect. Tire seeping, self-renewing via micro-abrasion process during rotation, ensures grip even on polished stone. Four-wheel steering enhances maneuverability dramatically. In tight technical sections, the rear wheels counter-steer by up to 10 degrees, slashing the turning circle to under 11 meters, even with the 2.45 meters width. At higher speeds, rear wheels turn in phase to stabilize lane changes. All-terrain ABS allows controlled drift braking on slippery slopes, and a dedicated dune bash mode modulates throttle pulses to prevent bogging in deep sand. Using subtle throttle blips and diff lock sequencing learned from Desert Rally Championships,